Pitcher. He threw 33 innings, I think, last year out of the bullpen. So that's one of my concerns personally. He likes to throw a lot and every day, and I don't think he's never thrown anywhere near 100 innings. So it's something that Laz, myself, and Griff have to sit down and really talk things through, because he likes to go on a long toss right the day after a start, and it's a little scary when what we expect out of him this year anyway. So I'm sure we'll make some adjustments, but again, for Saturday night we're going to get the same Griff. Maybe not the same outcome, we can't control that, but you're going to get the same Griff we got the first 2 weeks.
Your guys' work on the base path, I think you're 16 for 16 on stolen bases, had a couple double steals last night. Just what have you liked about seeing the guys' approach out there?
I think the aggressiveness, and the success rate. You could be guys that are actually good base runners. You don't have to be fast to be a good base runner. So a guy like Derek Williams is probably our best base runner, to be honest with you. Not our fastest guy, but that stolen base yesterday, he realized that third baseman was taking the bunt away when Dorian was at the plate, and there was no way he can get to third base. So he walked to third base there, and then Peralta, freshman behind him, did a great job of following him and getting a good enough jump and stealing second base. So it's something you always want to be aggressive, but you want to have a good success rate as well. So right now we're base running is on point.
Just talk a little bit about what you see in top 10 Florida and the challenge they possess for you guys.
They're balanced, they're athletic, they got power, they got good pitching, they got good starting pitching, good relief pitching, good defense, so they're ranked where they are for a reason, so they're very talented and very good and well coached, and it's a tough place to play, so it's a great challenge. To me, it's a great opportunity to show the country what we're all about.
Coach, you guys are going to be seeing Blake Sear for the first time on the opposite side of the field. How's the team? Are you guys excited to see him?
I think that's going to be a more common, situation in college sports with the amount of transferring. So we're going to Gainesville to play the Gators. He happens to be in that lineup, but we're going to see a lot of former players of ours. We're going to see Jimenez later on when we play UCF, and who knows what happens in regionals. We play Alabama or whoever else. We got players all over the country. So as does everybody else. So it's just it's going to be a common theme when it comes to college sports.
Yeah, I think we've started off the season great. We're clicking on all sides of the ball. We're manufacturing runs. The pitching obviously been phenomenal. We're just excited to keep that momentum going into this weekend.
And as the captain, one of the few holdovers from last year, just how big of a role, how important was it for you with so many new guys to try to make sure that as soon as everybody came in, you guys were able to become a cohesive unit, and how good has it been to see how the group has sort of gelled together?
Yeah, I think that was a big thing in the fall, just coming together, being one unit. We obviously have a lot of new guys on the team this year, but I think we did a great job of coming together and gelling quickly, and I think it's showing now, and it's a fun team to be a part of.
Dorian, you're one of the only guys who has played at Florida before. What's your advice to the rest of the team?
Yeah, it's obviously a fun environment. It's a rivalry, but it's really just looking at it as just another game, just another weekend series, just a series we got to go out and win. It's going to be fun. The crowd's going to be it's going to be a big crowd, but we just got to keep the control what we can control, really.
How do you see this series and this team any different than the last time you might have gone there or played Florida? Because it's always a story.
Yeah, there's always going to be just some chippiness going on this weekend. It's part of the rivalry, but it's really just it comes down to doing the small things we need to do to win the game at the end of the day.
And you talk about making it one game at a time, trying to neutral face whoever, but is that easier said than done with a rivalry like this?
It could be, but the better teams kind of put that rivalry aside and look to winning at the end of the day. Really, we just need to keep doing what we're doing right now. We're rolling, and I'm excited to go up there this weekend.
Dorian, have you had a back and forth with Blake Sear this week? Talk to him at all?
Not really. Blake, he was great for us here. He decided to leave and move on, and we wish him the best, and we just hope to see him this weekend and get some wins this weekend.
All right. Well, Max, first off, just how you like how the team started 8-1 to start the year, and then what type of challenge are you expecting this weekend up at Florida?
Yeah, obviously the team has got a hot start, and we're really looking forward to Florida. This is why we play baseball here. It's for big games like this and Florida State, and honestly every weekend.
And you look at just what the line's been doing up and down, you guys seem to be producing. How much does it help seeing basically most of the lineup just already hitting out, starting on a strong note?
No, it means a lot. Like especially in the middle of the order, I think everybody is like, producing and getting the runs in, and we have very little left on base. And so if we can get into scoring position, odds are we're going to score.
And you guys talked about with so many transfers, so many new guys, just how quick you guys built the chemistry. How good is it to see that chemistry off the field translating to production on the field?
It is. We won a close game versus Princeton. What I think our chemistry is going to come down to is, winning tight ball games. Those 1-2, 2-3, like one-run ball games are essential.
How's the approach different against Florida? I know you guys are all about, like, it's just another opponent. We're just playing them like any other team. But I'm sure it's in your heads, the caliber of the opponent you're facing.
Yeah, obviously they're going to have a ton of people there. I think upwards of like 12,000, which is awesome. We get a good crowd here too at Mark Light. But it really is, like you said, it's just another at-bat, it's just another game. If they throw a pitch over the plate, it's going to get hammered.
Bobby, just how do you like how the team started so far, and what type of challenge are you expecting up there in Gainesville this weekend?
I really like where the team's at. I think that we're playing really fundamental baseball right now, and we're just taking care of what needs to get done. It's a big series, obviously, against Florida. It's always been a rivalry, but at the end of the day, we're playing against a very good baseball team, and I think that we have the ability to do very well.
It's sort of a test of sorts to see where you guys are at, I feel like?
I would definitely say it's somewhat of a test, but at the same time, I think that our team is very good. We've been working our tails off since we first got here in August, and I think that despite it being a test, I think that it's more of just another game, another series.
And there's been a lot of talk just about so many new faces, all the transfers, all the freshmen. Just how do you like how quickly you guys have bonded, have been cohesive, and how that's shown up on the field so far?
I think our culture's been very good this year. It's gone from hanging out on our off days together. Anytime that we have the ability to, we've always been together. And obviously it's translated. We've been a very close-knit group, and we have a lot of fun playing baseball.
Bobby, you've been filling up the box score lately, especially with the RBIs. Okay, so tell me about the approach when there's runners on base versus when nobody's on base. Is it any different, or do you just have that extra motivation in you?
My approach has always been the same. It's just trying to get the job done. Mingo, our hitting coach here, has done a really good job at trying to get us through situational BP rounds as much as possible. So whenever we get into games, it's almost just like another BP round. Just got to get the job done.
Well, Griffin, just how would you evaluate how you've done through your first two starts? Obviously, the results have been there. What's been working specifically for you?
I think just a lot of confidence from the coaching staff that they put in me. It makes it really easy just to go out there and try to have fun. When the offense has been playing so good also, when I've been pitching, it makes it a lot easier just to go out there and just do what I need to do when it comes to pitching.
As a former two-way guy, are you kind of missing being part of those offensive rallies out there?
I definitely miss it. It's always fun being part of the offensive rallies, but it does give me a little more appreciation for how good our guys are, because I don't think I was ever at the level that our guys are when they get to the box.
And just in terms of your guys, the rotation overall, just how much do you guys feed off each other, build off each other? I mean, 2 weeks in a row you guys have put together some good results.
I mean, Brian and Jarreau and Nick, we just have been a close-knit group from the get-go. I think the bullpen in general, all the guys, all the pitchers in general have been a close-knit group. I know me, Brian, and Nick do a lot of Bible studies together, so that helps a lot, just becoming closer just off the field on a faith base. So with that kind of foundation we have together, it makes it really easy just to go out there and have fun and have each other's backs.
And what type of challenge are you expecting up in Gainesville this weekend? How much do you relish those types of games against teams like that?
I mean, this is a reason you come to a big program like Miami to get to play some rivalry games. I mean, at Cincinnati, the rivalry against Xavier wasn't not nearly as cool as we're going to play the Gators this weekend. So I'm just excited to be a part of something that's cool.
Just what's been the scouting report? What's going to be the toughest thing you're going to face with that lineup?
I think it's just like any other game where you go out there and you have that kind of confidence in your defense that you just go do what you're good at, and that usually works out when you have a good defense behind you like we do.
Griff, you touched on your faith a little bit. Can you tell us a little bit more about what that means to you in this game?
Just definitely something that I've begun to lean on more in the last year of my life, just realizing that I can't have really a foundation in baseball, but if I have a foundation in God, that makes it just a lot easier to go out there every day and you realize that this is just a kid's game, and these talents and skills he's given me are just something I can use to elevate him in some way.